That theme was by DJ Real. Welcome to Blabbermouth. I'm Red Scott.
And I'm Phil Griffiths. Thank you for watching Blabbermouth, where comics play games, talk shit, and go home with absolutely no prizes. We're back again in Blabbermouth World Blue tonight. I said Blubbermouth.
Yeah, Blabbermouth. That's the new name of the show. Fix all the graphics before we go any further.
We're going to need new merch now. Fuck.
Speaking of which, we have merch. Check that out. Nightbot will be posting about it. Do I have the link? I do. Here you go. That's in the chat. Thank you for the people who've ordered some stuff. We've seen some mugs, some fanny packs, all moving. Also, today, it's Phil's 134th birthday, guys. Happy birthday, Phil. Well done.
Thanks.
Born in 1887, the year Chester Greenwood patented earmuffs. That's how old Phil is.
In honor of my birthday, I got a fuckboy haircut all ready to go. So we're nice. It's a fresh, clean cut for me now.
Is that how you describe that haircut?
That's how my kids describe it. But yeah.
But tell me, please use in a sentence the way your kids called you fuckboy.
She goes, "It looks good. You look like a fuckboy." When I asked her how my haircut was. Yeah.
That is a feedback sandwich. Well done, Phil's kids. All right.
It's also my mom's birthday. It's
nice.
In the chat. I don't know if she's in the chat yet. I haven't seen her, but yeah, it's my mom's birthday. So I want to give a big shout out to my mom when she gets in here.
Big ups to your mom.
Yep, she's not here, so that was wasted. I'll still have to call her.
Well, everybody else knows that I appreciate your mom. Are you ready to get the show going, Phil?
Yeah, let's get going.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Gabby Maturana. That is how that's pronounced, I'm sure. All right, we got some comics. Let's introduce them.
Yep, our first comic, If Given Enough Dough Will Make Anything Rise, because she's also a baker. Please welcome Chelsea Bearce.
Oh, that is me. Hi, Phil. Happy birthday for being 100 and what did you say? 76
34.
years.
134.
Oh, 134. Yeah.
So we call Phil that old.
Props to your mom, because I mean, God, how old is she? I mean, that's
late 20s in the show's canon.
It's just show's canon. Yeah, she's in her mid 20s. It's weird.
Phil, you look like shit. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So Chelsea, my question for you tonight, and thank you for joining us, by the way. My question for you is, which would cost more to make as a cake? Because you are a stellar baker. We all know that for sure.
Thank you.
Which we can promote that later for sure. But so if you were to make a cake of Red's head or my gray face, which would cost more?
I mean, Phil has more hair, so it would, it would probably be... Phil's would take more time. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Red, I'm sorry. You are. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
What? How long would it take you to get the various shades of red to recreate?
I know. And doing that many shades of red on a cake, no one would eat it. So that's not good either. It would hours. Yeah. But Phil is easy. Yeah. Just gray icing. That's all I need. Yeah. Got you.
Phil is easy is a true statement all around. Cool. Thanks for joining us, Chelsea.
All right, our next comic is our resident this week. She is a stand-up comic and Blabbermouth favorite, known for her fast-talking, clean, physical style of comedy. There's no building she can't jump and no stool she won't hump. Welcome, Aviva Siegel.
Hello.
Aviva, thank you so much for being on the show this week.
For having me as your resident. Can't wait.
All right. Do you have a favorite impression you like to do, Aviva?
Oh, of like anything or anyone?
Any impression.
Yeah, I feel like I can do, I don't know if you expected me to come up with a real answer, but I feel like I can kind of do Marge Simpson.
Okay.
Ooh.
Should I try to do it?
If you would, I'd be very excited to hear it.
Let's give it a shot. I don't know what's about to come out of my mouth.
Is it happening right now?
It's gonna happen right now. Okay, here we go. My special little guy. No, that wasn't good. Can I take it again? Can I take it again? No, that wasn't good. That was bad.
All right. Well, next time we'll see how it goes. Thank you for being on the show, Aviva.
That was a warm up. That was just a warm up. Thank you.
And also joining us tonight, a comic who performs all around the Bay Area and can be seen in recently released Beer Wars short film, doing an Australian accent. At least I'm fairly sure that's what it was. Please welcome the very funny Marcus Howard.
Hey, how's it going, you guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Excellent.
If you haven't seen Beer Wars, definitely check that out. It's a good short. I think you'll probably find it on Marcus's page somewhere. But so the Australian accent was amazing. Who did you study to come up with that Australian accent?
It's a little known director by the name of Taika Waititi.
It sounded nothing like him, but it's great.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to offend as many Australian people, and it's actually supposed to be a New Zealand accent.
Yeah, I was going to say, you fucking nailed it because he is not Australian.
Yeah.
That's me. That was my fault. I thought it was bad. All right. But thanks for joining us. I appreciate it coming on. It's Mark's first time, so welcome.
All right, finally, his special Pug Life is out on Dry Bar Comedy. This hilarious comic is known for his wry wordplay and twisty one-liners. He has a deliberate, absurdist, powerful style that's worth the wait. Please welcome Myles Weber.
Hi, hello. I'm here with my fuckboy Phil Griffiths haircut. I'm ready to do this.
It's catching on. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I never even noticed that. Like, it's like Myles and Phil is like the before and after you drink from the wrong thing in the fucking Indiana Jones.
Yeah, this is how it started and how it's going.
All right, question. Myles, who do you think could bench more, me or Phil?
I'm gonna go with Red. I'm gonna say Red could probably bench more. I know Phil. I know you got the hair and a lot of other things. So I think Red is like, fuck it. I'm gonna hit this bench real hard to spite Phil's hair.
How much can you bench, Phil?
How much can I bench?
Mm-hmm.
No idea. I've never done it.
Okay,
probably a lot.
I'm probably right.
Probably a whole bunch.
That proves his point. Perfect.
I can lie down on two benches if they're across from each other. That is how much I can do.
That's impressive.
So
That's how Red lost his hair, just pushing all the hair out of his head when he benches.
All right, that's enough blabbering. It is time for some mouth.
That's it. Our main game here. Is that
I think
right? Yeah,
that's what's in our. That's what we say every show.
Yeah,
and then you talk. Normally you talk.
Yeah, but okay. Now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, all right. Our main game here is Punched Up, where comics write punchlines to joke setups provided by us. But before we can play that game, we need to give our comics time to write those punchlines. So we'll play a warm-up game with two of the comics, while the other two go into the Blabbermouth bubble to write their punchlines. So Marcus and Myles are going to put you two in the bubble first to write your punchlines from the setups that have been provided to you by our new head writer, Andrew Cuomo. He's not that good at counting things, but we're going to see how he does at writing things. So, Myles, here are the setups that you will be adding punchlines to. Number one, I call my bedroom the Peloton because ellipses. Number two, I'm so old, I remember when snatched meant ellipses. Number three, a recent study suggests that glasses wearers are up to three times less likely to catch COVID. Which is strange because try figuring that one out when you read it later. But number four, Panasonic has made a farting robot cat. So far, the working name is ellipses. So even with my fuck up, how excited are you to figure out punchlines for those setups?
Oh, this is going to be just wonderful. I cannot wait.
Yeah, this is exciting. Everyone's been waiting for this day.
All right, Marcus, you will be writing punchlines for these following setups. Number one, my mom said the best thing about open relationships are ellipses. Two, I like my friends like I like my improv shows. Ellipses. Three, Florida women wore granny disguises to try to get the COVID vaccine. It turns out, ellipses. And finally, an Alaskan woman was attacked by a bear while using an outhouse. She got suspicious. Ellipses. How do you feel about those setups, Marcus?
I think that these are all wonderful, and I'm going to have so much fun squeezing little material out of this.
Well, competitions are all about how much fun you have along the way, so let's send them down into the Blabbermouth bubble. They will have 5 minutes to write punchlines to those jokes, And while they are in there trying to write punchlines with a decreasing amount of oxygen, we are going to play wrong answers only. So for wrong answers only, I have pulled images off of the internet, and I'm going to ask Aviva and Chelsea to provide answers to my questions with wrong answers only. So first up, let's go to Aviva. What event is this?
This is super fun. This is actually an event my family puts on. We all get in our cars, as you can see.
Right.
Lots of vehicles present. Just get right in that snow. And we all just start driving towards the nearest Sonic drive-in that we can find. Are you familiar with Sonic?
I am. I enjoy the commercials.
So we all live in like a metropolitan area, not to brag, but we all live in like a city. It doesn't make us better than anyone else. It's just a fact. So Sonics are typically in like suburban areas. It's like we live in Los Angeles, but they're in like the Bakersfields, the Encinos. So we get in our cars. I know it's snowy, and I just mentioned we live in Southern California. That's actually
weird weather this year.
It's actually not snow. That's sand. It's just like it's a color correction issue. So I just want to I just want to let that be known. So we get in our cars. We go as fast as we can to get to the nearest Sonic burger, and we just go to town. We order mozzarella sticks. We order pretzel dogs. We order Oreo shakes. So as you can see by the level of speed we're all at currently, we're all really, really hungry. And we're all very cranky, and we're just trying to get those
I have a question for Aviva.
Oh, I didn't know that there was a Q&A portion. Please.
No. I just make my own rules up on anybody's show. So, is there a prize for getting there first because you guys are driving so fast? Like, is there a winner? Like, do they get something or?
Well, it's that everyone who comes in first, third, fourth, and fifth, they all get to eat, and then the people who come in last, they just starve. They don't get food. They are very hungry. They are upset. I come from a very abusive family.
What about the people who come in second?
Second.
Yeah. Did I skip second?
Yeah.
The person who comes in second, you don't even want to know what happens to that person.
We so do.
It's not good.
All right, Chelsea.
Yes.
What is the man in the lower right saying to the woman in the upper left?
This is actually right behind Sonic. He's ordering. So that's exactly what's happening here. He's just telling the woman, because the window's actually been covered from Sonic. So he's just telling her, bitch, mozzarella stick. So, yeah, that's what this is. And it's a fancy Sonic. I don't know if you can see that in the background, but this is a Sonic that is connected to an actual castle. So this one is in Scotland.
Nice.
They have castles in Scotland.
That's where castles are? Okay.
I have no idea. But I mean, Aviva says she said that they drive a long distance. So, they just ride over the ocean. And it's just, they really need those burgers. So this is actually the second place person who gets there. Yeah. And who gets in second. They have to get out of their car to order. It's really sad. So.
I can confirm that. That is true.
All right. Well, normally I prefer 6 or 7 of these, but I think we have time for one more. So no.
I went so long with the Sonic.
No.
I see.
Oh, there we go. Aviva.
Now. Yeah.
What is the title of this piece, and what is your analysis of it?
So this piece is called The Witch's Curse. And these two women used to be beautiful sisters. They had a witch's curse put upon them. They lost their faces. Uh-oh. That's not good. No more hair. And to top it all off, they were put in like some of the ugliest dresses I've ever seen. And also they have to stand in front of some of the ugliest paintings I've ever seen. So this is pretty much one of the worst curses you can have put upon you.
So now, are the pieces behind them part of the same piece, or is it one all-encompassing work of art?
This isn't a piece so much as a reality for these two women who have been cursed, and the paintings behind them are a part of the package deal of the curse. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, and I guess I'll give Chelsea one
it's
more.
all right. Oh, okay.
So why are these people photographing this woman?
Well, they're photographing this woman because she can't take these pants off. So she has tried so many different formations and things to get these pants off. So now she's just hoping that gravity will pull them up over her head. And they're just really hoping that they capture it because YouTube would pay them a lot of money. So that is what is happening here. I want to talk about Sonic again. I'm not funny with it.
Gravity, the thing that famously pulls things in an upward direction. All right. That is wrong answers only. Let's pull Marcus and Myles out of their bubble. Myles, this was your first time in the Blabbermouth bubble. How did you feel about your time and your punchlines?
I mean, it was good. I got to know my punchlines real well. One of them didn't like me, but that's okay. I'm going to make it happen.
Excellent. Very excited. Marcus, also your first time in the Blabbermouth bubble. How did you feel about your jokes?
I feel good. I was able to sneak a couple of my mistresses in here, so it's pretty good. I hope my wife doesn't find out.
Productive use of your time. Glad we're keeping this show between us.
All right, so now we're going to...
Setups?
Right, we're going to set up sort of Chelsea, just like a well-oiled machine.
I mean, it is your first show, Phil. I know.
It's so weird. There's only like 45 or 50 of these. So I'll get it sometime. All right, so Chelsea, you'll be adding punchlines to the following setups. Number 1, I want to open a store that only sells stripper shoes and call it ellipses. Number 2, high school for me was like a sports bra, ellipses. Number 3, authorities in Ohio recently intercepted a shipment of cocaine-frosted cornflakes, which explains why, ellipses. And finally, the man with the world's largest penis weighed it to prove it's real, which confirms everyone's suspicions, ellipses. So, Chelsea, you're old pro at this now. How do you feel about those setups?
Well, I feel very seen. I feel like I'm being profiled. I also like my catchphrase. I'm very excited about my catchphrase, and I'm going to sell the shit out of it. I'm so excited. You guys buckle the fuck up. Let's play this game.
All right, thank you for the follow, WWTS_live. And Aviva,
that's my show. That's my game show. Oh, sorry. All right,
Aviva, here are your setups. Number 1, my boyfriend's nickname for me is Hot Toddy because ellipses. Number 2, have you heard about the Rush Limbaugh challenge? That's for you, ellipses. Number 3, an Edinburgh woman bit off a man's tongue in a street brawl before a Siegel swooped down and ate it, out of habit, ellipses. And finally, a Victorian house was moved 6 blocks by a giant dolly in San Francisco this past weekend. You can read all about it in ellipses. How do you feel about those setups, Aviva?
Really good. Similar to Chelsea. Love the catchphrase.
Excellent. Good day. I think Phil took all of his ability to remember what the show is about and put it into catchphrases. All right. Into the bubble they go. Well, we play Explain This with Marcus and Myles. Marcus and Myles, I have scoured your social media and found things that need explanation or extrapolation. So first up, very excited about this, Myles.
Oh, no.
This here is your first Instagram photo from January 2nd, 2015. This saloon I'm performing at is so haunted. I love it. Tell me about this gig.
Oh, God. That was in Northern California, just above Sacramento. Oh, I forget what the name of the town is, but it's literally a street. Literally, that's all it is just Ash Street with like a Native American shop that closed years ago, and this inn that has a saloon downstairs. And so we were doing the show in the saloon, and then you stay in the inn, and it's so old, like you share like a bathroom on the floor with people. Like, yeah. So there's like a full old tub in each bathroom and stuff. And there's like no TVs. So it was haunted as shit, man. Like even talking to the bartender, he was like making a drink and he was just kind of just like, oh yeah, it's haunted. What do you want? Like he was just on to the next idea after that. So yeah, that was a super haunted place. It was fun. It was a fun show, but yeah, it was very, very haunted.
Was it more of a general haunting, or were there any named ghosts?
They said there was this old guy that they always saw at the top of the stairs. They also said you'll hear like walking in the hallways at night, and we sure as shit did. Like and you would be like, man, it seems like there's like somebody walking, like pacing out there, like still, like it was longer than you would anticipate. And so, no, it was, they had some specific ghosts that hung around there that they knew very well.
I'm pretty sure most of those were Phil. All right, next up.
Yeah.
All right, this is Marcus's first Instagram photo, not that long ago, 2017. I tried to take on Saitama and failed. Why are you getting punched, Marcus?
Because I accidentally stepped on that guy's cape. I think that's a cape, yeah. And he decided to punch me. It's an anime reference thing. But yeah, it's his character named Saitama. And it really was just this really nice but buff, like Filipino dude who liked dressing up in costumes. And I was like, hey, can you punch me on camera so I can get this picture? And he did it.
Yeah, from the chat, One Punch Man. People know what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty cool. This was at a Comic-Con in San Francisco.
Oh, nice. All right, Myles. This is at Myles Weber Joker. Worst part about being at the end of a long funnel cake line is you have all the time to talk yourself out of getting a funnel cake, but you do not. Myles, I've seen you without a shirt many times. When's the last time you had a funnel cake?
Oh God. I mean, it was pre-pandemic. Probably 2019 was the last time I had a funnel cake. So yeah, every now and then I indulge in the funnel cake, but yeah, no, it's never a good, satisfactory. I've never eaten one and been like, man, you know what? That was probably my best decision I made all week.
You also don't see any like high concept funnel cakes. You're never at like Tartine and they're like, yeah, this is our funnel cake that we've been working on.
Yeah, there hasn't been like a Netflix funnel cake cooking show yet. I think that's ultimately how you know if your dessert is going to sink or swim, is if Netflix picks up or like a weed one. Like they don't even do it in that. In the weed cooking shows, they haven't made a funnel
that's
cake.
A good point.
So yeah, so you'd figure you'd see it on there, but no sauce. So I don't know. Maybe funnel cakes are fizzling out.
I'm just imagining the weed cooking shows. Today we're doing funnel cake, and then every episode's funnel cake, and nobody can remember that they've done funnel cake.
Yeah, but it was good last time. Remember? It's going to be good today, too.
All right. So, Marcus, this comic from 2019, this is a man and a woman behind a fence. There what appears to be a sentient cereal box on this side of the fence. And it says, I think our neighbor might be abusing cocaine. What the hell's happening here, Marcus?
So that sentient cereal box is supposed to be a bag of cocaine, and it has a black eye. Because their next door neighbor is, abusing. It's a domestic violence joke, you guys.
I have a lot more familiarity with sentient cereal than I do with sentient cocaine, personally.
Yeah, but that cocaine's not having a good time.
Well, now I understand the joke. That's what this show is for. Next up, this is 2012 at Myles Weber Joker on Twitter. Behind the scenes of today's at Ricky Lake Show, hashtag Friends of Ricky, hashtag Too Much Free Time, hashtag Sexy and We Know It, hashtag He Knows It. What the hell? What is happening, Myles?
I can explain. So in 2012, it was, I want to say 2 or 3 months before my wife and I started dating each other. But I was on Ricky Lake, and I was a part of the sexiest bachelors in America with that guy, who is very clearly the sexiest bachelor in America, possibly still. So yeah, it was like a few of us, and so a friend of mine was a PA on the show. He's like, "You want to do this?" I was like, "Sure." And so yeah, we were on there, and we had to do a bunch of weird challenges for chicks and everything. I got eliminated when you had to like build a bookshelf in a minute, and I just I didn't bother trying to do that. I just like knelt down, leaned the wood against me, and then like took my shirt off and posed for like 30 seconds.
A solid strategy.
Yeah, but that guy was nice. His name is Benz. He's a very attractive male model. He did not win. A guy named Kale won. He was the sexiest bachelor in America.
Kale?
Yeah.
Nice.
His name was Kale.
Well, that's why they canceled Ricky Lake. I can't have Kale winning anything.
Exactly.
All right. Let's bring Aviva and Chelsea out of the bubble. Aviva. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
How do you feel about your punchlines?
And done.
How do you feel?
Feel good, Red.
Were you playing Sudoku? Is that what was going on? Doing a timed run?
2 and 7. We're good. Yes, I was.
Chelsea, how do you feel about your punchlines?
Just 1 degree better than Aviva. Yeah, just 1 degree. That's it. I feel pretty good. And I wanted so badly to comment on that Ricky Lake photo, but I was in the goddamn.
All right, well, all comics have written their punchlines, so let's see who's got the best ones and play Punched Up. Each comic has written 4 punchlines to the Blabbermouth writing staff's bad setups, and now they will go head-to-head, and you, the audience, will vote for the best joke.
Yep, and also our writing staff here at Blabbermouth hold the comedic catchphrases in very high regard. So to honor the classic catchphrases, such as "you might be a redneck" or "hamburger," our staff has given each of you your court-appointed catchphrase of your very own. So we ask the comics to lean in on these and perform them to their fullest after saying their punchlines.
Phil, I like it when you try to have inflection. That's funny to me. It's really funny.
That's the hardest catchphrase to say is "hamburger."
All right. Our first round is classic joke setups, and our first head-to-head matchup is Chelsea versus Myles. So, Chelsea, you are going first.
Oh my God.
All right, so Chelsea, tell me about this business idea you have.
Oh, yeah. No, I have this great idea. I have a lot of drag queen friends, stripper friends. So I want to open a store that only sells stripper shoes. That's it. And I'm going to call it Cliffhangers because there's never enough room for toes.
Tell me about it. I'm size 15. I know all about them.
We're all impressed, Phil. Next.
Yeah.
Chelsea, do you have a
Very few things
catchphrase?
to be impressed with at this point.
Oh, sweet sassy molassie.
You were so excited about it too.
I know.
And then I forgot that it was part of the game. I'm turning into Phil. Fuck.
All right, Myles, what do you call your bedroom?
Red, I actually call it the Peloton. And I call it that because when you leave, your butt will be sore. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
All right, so now all these punchline battles will be voted on by you, our live audience here on Twitch. If you're in the chat and you're logged in, you can vote for whichever comic you thought had the funnier joke.
You spelled his name wrong here too. Great, good job, Phil.
Oh, Phil, what are you doing?
That's why I lost.
Phil.
No, not me. All technical is Red. If it's a graphic, for sure me. Red, technical. So the chat, you get to vote now. So 1 for Chelsea and her store that's only going to sell stripper shoes, or 2 for Myles and his sore butt Peloton
I'm a little
bedroom.
upset because I've actually been in Myles' bedroom and my butt was fine. I'm offended, I think. I don't know.
I mean, that's I did my best.
My butt was fine. My prostate was numb for a while.
Then I did a good job.
Also, a reminder, if you are a subscriber, your single vote counts triple. That's right.
Heather, I see you. Heather, I see you. We are friends. I'm going to slap your face.
Yeah, I gave Myles a vote from the official account for spelling his name wrong. That's a bonus.
No, I see that. And Red, your mom doesn't like me either. So let's quit this game real quick. I don't like this.
No, she just really loves Myles.
Oh yeah. No, my mom loves you though. For Chelsea, she got you got her vote.
Great.
You're splitting the mom vote.
Oh yeah,
Right.
and my wife wasn't voting for me. It was more the Peloton. So
Right.
that.
Right, coming down to it, got a few seconds left. 1 for Chelsea, 2 for Myles. Get your votes in. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm surprised it's this close.
Very close. 52.9%. Congrats, Chelsea. Well done. Well done. All right. So next up, we've got Aviva versus Marcus. That's right. The other two people. That's how that works. All right, Aviva, what is your boyfriend's nickname for you?
Oh, yeah. My boyfriend's nickname for me is actually Hot Toddy because he knows I'd rather drink a hot, sweet, steamy, alcoholic beverage than drink his semen. And that's how you tell jokes. Happy birthday, Phil's mom. Happy birthday.
That is an incredible catchphrase. All right, hey Phil, what's the provenance of our catchphrase today?
Yeah, so all the catchphrases tonight were actually put into the Discord by our viewers here. So they all shout out to, I think it was EK Reese threw on one, and some from Gotti's Bagels. So thank you for doing that. If you want to join in Discord, you can put in setups or catchphrase suggestions, and we'll try and use them in the show.
All right, Marcus, what did your mom say the best thing was about open relationships?
Oh, yeah. So she and I were talking the other day, and my mom was telling me that the best thing about open relationships are slowly watching your wife leave you for another man. Tease him and tease him. Okay.
Oh, that's a perfect catchphrase for that joke.
All right, so now get your votes in chat. 1 for Aviva, and her boyfriend's nickname is Hot Toddy, or her nickname, you heard it, I don't have to repeat it. Or 2 for Marcus, and as my mom said, the best thing about open relationships are 1 for Aviva, 2 for Marcus. Get your votes in now.
I respect it. I'm not going to say who, but one of the competitors has 2 different accounts logged in. I love the initiative.
I do not.
It was not you I was talking about. I'm not going to rule everybody out, but I was. That's right. As I like to say, we run the show like Chicago in the 70s. You get more votes for being a subscriber because that gives us money. That's the reason for that. Yeah, if you just want to do it old-fashioned, suitcases, dollar bills, meet at a restaurant, slide it under, we could do that too. We're in for all of it. 1 for Aviva, 2 for Marcus. It's a close one. Get your votes in.
Ooh.
You're right there, Phil?
I'm good. I'm just taking in who's here. Big Guy Rules is here. Boner James. Always good to see Boner James.
Yeah.
I know you're looking at a screen, Phil, but when you're looking at that, it just looks like you're looking inappropriately at Red's chest. Like it's very, very, yeah.
It's not his chest I'm looking at.
Oh, we all know what you're looking at.
All right, coming down to it.
My big penis joke, yeah.
5 seconds, 4 seconds.
They don't call him Big Red. They just call him
3
Red.
seconds. 2 seconds, and we're done. All right, Aviva, congratulations. 58.8%. Knocking it out of the park. That side of the screen is dominating so far. Well done. All right, next matchup, Myles versus Aviva. Myles, you are up first. All right. All right, how old are you, Myles?
Oh man, Red, let me tell you, I'm so old. I remember when snatched meant that she was on top. Never trust a big butt and a smile. I don't know why I do the big wink.
I like the
like
wink.
A sexy catchphrase, but the overzealous wink.
So white. You're just so white.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, Aviva, I hear you've got a new challenge.
I do have a new challenge. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about the Rush Limbaugh challenge? That's where you go to Honolulu, Hawaii. Okay, gorgeous this time of year. Go to Honolulu. You break into the Kapiolani Medical Center. Okay, and you go. And you get Obama's birth certificate. I want to see that birth certificate, and that is the Rush Limbaugh challenge. And that is how you tell jokes.
I feel like she got these questions last week. There's no way she like, that's crazy.
All right, so now get your votes in. 1 for Myles and his old snatched comment, or 2, and Aviva and her Rush Limbaugh with like, historical accuracy in the joke is amazing. I always impressed by research. Yeah. So 1 for Myles, 2 for Aviva. Get your votes in.
See, I would have just thought the Rush Limbaugh challenge was when you just die.
Yeah.
It's much more straightforward.
It's very direct.
Yeah, honestly, I thought he was going to break into a hospital and get some perks. That's where I thought that was going.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was doing.
No, she twisted and turned all of us.
Against me. Sorry, I just
Oh,
realized
wow.
that. Wow.
Now we all get to guess who Aviva's boyfriend is. Jake the Tall, Marcus How Weird.
Wow,
Boner
he's
Jams.
Laughing from the other room.
I think it's Fierce. I think it's Fierce Bearce.
Oh, this is guys. We have a tie now. Get your votes in.
Wow.
1 for Myles, 2 for Aviva.
Yeah, no ties. We're not doing ties. That's way too much math on my end.
No. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, boom. All right, I love to lock in that non-tie. Congrats, Aviva, on the victory. Well done. All right, and last head-to-head match of the first round, we have Marcus versus Chelsea. So, Marcus, how do you like your friends?
I like my friends like I like my improv shows. I don't. I hate my friends. Yes, and squeeze them in teeth.
Nice job connecting with the yes and there.
Yeah, I know too many improvisers.
All right, Chelsea, what was high school like for you?
Oh man, Red, I'm really glad you asked me that. High school for me was like a sports bra, just no support and lasts for 6 years. Sweet sassy Molassie.
All right, now get your votes in for the last head-to-head matchup of round 1. It's Marcus and his I like my friends like my improv shows, or 2 for Chelsea's high school sports. From high school for me was like a sports bra. I'll figure this out by round 3. We'll nail it.
We'll see.
I can't wait for that to happen, Phil. I'm so excited.
1 for Marcus, 2 for Chelsea. Get your votes in.
Hey, Chelsea, what's it say on the sign behind you?
Oh, this whole thing? That's my Venmo.
I mean, this pandemic's almost a year old. That is officially an old thing.
Speaking of which, if you want to subscribe, we'd appreciate it. Also, if you want to donate to the show, there's a button down where Phil's looking. Well, even below that, below the video. You can go check that out.
Did you mention the 3 times multiplier already? You did.
Yeah, subscribers' votes count 3 times. Happy to mention it again. Thanks for bringing it up. All right, coming down to it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. This is a close one. 2 seconds. Boom, Chelsea, 57.1%. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Chelsea. This first round was interesting, and I think we need to know where we stand. Where do we stand, Phil?
Oh.
Yeah, we got a new subscriber. Thanks, Destiny's. Thank you
Destiny's
for subscribing.
Creator, what's up?
Always appreciated.
3 months.
Destiny!
You beast. Thank you for the subscription.
So where we stand, Red, at the end of round 1, it's weird because I know we invited Myles and Marcus to play tonight, but it doesn't look like they've showed up yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's going very poor for us.
I'm trying to calculate. Yeah, no, still 0 points. There's nothing there for either of them. So maybe they'll show up in round 2. But right now it's a tie between Aviva and Chelsea with 2 points each, sweeping both their matchups in round 1, going into round 2 with a big lead over Marcus and Myles.
Oh, that hurts.
All right. Well, maybe just to shake things up, we'll do round 2 on this side of the screen, and we do like to call it round 2. It's monologue jokes. We're doing it. First up, we have Myles versus Marcus. So we're breaking the tie right now. Somebody's. It's happening. And again,
you don't know that, Red. You
no
don't know my
ties.
story. Watch, we're going to tie this shit.
All right, Myles, tell me about this research you were talking about.
Yeah, you know me, Red. I like going on the internet and looking things up every now on a Tuesday. And I saw a study that said recently glasses wearers are up to 3 times less likely to catch COVID, which is strange because they're 3 times more likely to get fogged up glasses from wearing a mask and bumping into shit all the time. And this joke is way too long to be funny. Never trust a big butt and a smile. I winked with the wrong eye that time.
We're on the different side of the screen. It worked.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if anybody wants to clip that, I wouldn't be against it. All right, Marcus, tell me about these Florida women.
Oh, yeah. So these Florida women wore granny disguises to try to get the COVID vaccine. Turns out they were actually a series of gaiters and trench coats. Squeeze them and tease them, folks. Squeeze them and tease them.
That's how you know if they're grannies.
Yeah. All right, so now get your votes in for the correctly spelled Myles. Press 1 for his recently his glasses wearers are 3 times less likely, or 2 for Marcus and his Florida women wear granny disguises to get COVID, to get vaccine, whatever.
I mean, you spelled my name right on this one. I might stand a chance yet. We'll see.
Now they know who they're voting for. That's
Yeah.
Literally, every viewer in their home just went, "Oh, Myles, Myles." I got it now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This seems to be going very well for Myles. There's no way a landslide of votes right now.
Who knew the typo? That was it.
I claim voter fraud.
Very popular these days, I have to say. The number of lawsuits we've been getting over people losing at Blabbermouth has really risen in the past month or so. Also, the number of people who show up shirtless with Viking hats trying to change the result.
You haven't had that yet?
It's a couple of times. In
okay.
2021. I hadn't seen it before. Showing up and just being like, is there animal fat in that? They only eat vegan.
It's a shame.
All right, coming down to it, we got about 5 seconds left. 1 for Myles, 2 for Marcus. All right, I'm shutting this down before it gets anywhere close to a tie. I don't want that juju happening to me. Myles, congratulations.
Hey, 68%. I got a point.
Yeah, 0.2 away from 69, the perfect score. Well done, friend.
Thanks.
So close.
All right, Aviva versus Chelsea now. So Aviva, tell me about this woman from Edinburgh.
Is that how you say it? Okay, good.
It is how I said it.
An Edinburgh woman?
Sure.
Bit off a man's tongue in a street brawl. You hear about this? Before a seagull swooped down and ate it. Out of habit, the seagull said, "It's a living," before heading back to the ocean to choke on some beach pollution. And that's how you tell jokes.
Wherever you found this catchphrase, Phil, it's astonishingly perfect.
So good.
All right, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Tell me about
I don't know
these.
how I'm going to follow that, Red. That was, I don't know.
Tell me about these authorities in Ohio.
All right, but I'll try. Okay, so these authorities in Ohio, they recently intercepted a shipment of cocaine frosted cornflakes. Did you hear about this? Which is why a box costs $1,489. I mean, sweet sassy molassie.
Okay, so now get your votes in now. 1 for Aviva's and her Edinburgh woman bit off a man's tongue, or 2 for Chelsea and her authorities in Ohio recently intercepted a shipment of cocaine frosted cornflakes.
I like God Eats Bagels. He likes my arms.
Were they frosted flakes or cornflakes in the story?
There's frosted cornflakes, which are
frosted flakes,
right?
Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe that's what they fucked up. They're like, well, we'll just put it on cornflakes.
Oh,
I don't know.
These votes are swinging. Aviva took an early lead, but Chelsea come back with a vengeance. Also, thanks for joining Best Games Unlimited. That is the appropriate amount of the best games. Here's Bearce. Ooh, 60-40. This is crazy.
Chelsea, how was the cocaine and the Frosted Flakes?
Delicious. I mean, I couldn't taste it after the first bite, but the first bite was so good.
It wasn't great.
It got stuck right about here.
Just right here.
All right, coming down to it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. All right, Chelsea with 60%. Well done. Well done.
Thanks.
All right. So next up, we have Marcus versus Aviva. So Marcus, tell me about this bear encounter.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this Alaskan woman was attacked by a bear while using an outhouse, and she got suspicious that the bear was coming when she heard the familiar sound of leather and party drugs. Squeeze them and tease them, okay? Squeeze them and tease them.
Oh yeah, I you know what? I remember that happening. I live next to the Eagle, so. All right, Aviva, tell me about this weird moving story.
Yeah, weird stuff. A Victorian house was moved 6 blocks by a giant dolly in San Francisco this past weekend. You can read all about it in the Who Gives a Shit Gazette. And that's how you tell jokes.
I love that. I love that periodical.
I would listen to Aviva read the news.
Every single day of my life. Yes.
All right, get your votes in, chat. 1 for Marcus, and as the last one was talked about bear, or 2 for Aviva's Who Gives a Shit Gazette.
I like
1
this,
for Marcus.
This was the best part of Eva.
That move right there.
Am I right?
Aviva, you have to start a podcast called the Who Gives a Shit Gazette.
Honestly, I might.
You really need to.
Just read the news daily.
Joe Biden spoke to leaders on the Hill. Who gives a shit?
You just do a 5-minute podcast every day.
Good length, I think, for a podcast.
Wait, we've already got subscribers in the chat. This is
Yeah, they're waiting for it.
Wow.
Oh my God, Aviva, do it.
It's Gotti's Bagels that wrote that catchphrase.
Yes, you God eats bagels. Oh, he did? Who is that?
it's. I mean, it's God Eats Bagels. I'm not going to dox
God
anybody
Eats
in our chat.
Okay, good.
Coming down to it, we got 5 seconds left, people. Get your votes in. 1 for Marcus, 2 for Aviva. And that is it. Aviva, 61.1%. Who Gives a Shit Gazette, the #1 periodical on Blabbermouth. Circulation is high. All right, so let's see. That was next up. I believe, is this the last head-to-head round in round 2? This has been flying by.
This is, yeah, that's
what a
it.
delight of a time. All right, so this is this cannot be right. Did you? I'm gonna check that Phil sent it to me like this. Oh yeah, this is wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and change this.
Did I send it wrong?
No. Somebody made a mistake. Who made this mistake? It's hard to know these things. But this is Myles versus Chelsea. Back to where we started. So Myles, going for you first. All right, so Myles, tell me about this new Panasonic product.
Yeah, I was doing more of that research on the internet webs, you know. Panasonic has made a farting robot cat, which is pretty cool. So far, the working name is RoboQueef. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
All right, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Tell me about your man.
Oh man, he's so popular. The man with the world's largest penis weighed it to prove it's real, you guys, which confirms everyone's suspicions. His wife is dead. Sweet sassy Molassie.
All right, now, Chad, vote for the last head-to-head matchup of round 2. 1 for Myles and his Panasonic farting cat robot. Well, no, farting robot cat. Right? Yeah, that's it. Or 2 for Chelsea's guy with a big dick. 1 for Myles, 2 for Chelsea. Get those votes in now.
Also, like
boner jams. Let's talk about that for a second. I like that.
It's a good series.
Boner jams, yeah. What was that? 40-year-old virgin? Is that 40-year-old virgin?
Yeah, that was his giant box of porn.
That's right. That was a good movie, dude.
Still is.
You're right. It's still around.
Yeah, it's
Go
still
check out 40-Year-Old Virgin, you guys. If you haven't done that lately, get on
What the fuck are you doing if you haven't seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin yet?
Waiting for Who Gives a Shit podcast to come out, that's for sure.
The Who She Gives a Shit Gazette.
Gazette.
Yeah.
The Gazette's very important.
Yeah.
All right, guys. 1 for Myles, 2 for Chelsea. Get your votes in. It's still anyone's game.
Nah,
5,
hers was better.
4, 3, 2. There we go. Chelsea, 66.7%. Well done, Chelsea.
Hey, thanks.
All right, so that brings us to the end of the second round, which means we need to know where we stand. Where do we stand, Phil?
Yeah, so some real go-getters in round 2. Change things up. In last place is Marcus. It would be with 0 points, but I'm going to give him 1 point because it's Black History Month, and that's just what we're going to do.
Get on you.
Because I don't want yeah, that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be Marcus and Myles at 1 point each because it's still anybody's game, and then Aviva is going to be tied for second, or tied for she's going to be tied for second with herself with 3 points, and
well done.
yeah, it's hard to do.
Stiff competition.
It's tough. Sometimes you can't do that, but she did it somehow. And then in first place, sweeping all of her matchups in rounds 1 and 2, it's Chelsea with 4 points.
Oh.
Yeah, so we go into round 3, which is worth 3 points. It's really anybody's game.
Well, thanks for the follow, Bandago Home. Bendago Home? Bay and Dag Home. That's how it's pronounced. All right, so we have to get oh, hey, thanks for the raid, Stab Comedy.
Stab Comedy, yeah.
Appreciate you. All right, so now it is time for a round that we like to call
Phil's round.
Nope, just the final round. That's what it is every single show, just the final round. That's what it always is.
Round.
Nope.
No.
First, we need a prompt from the audience before we get into it. This round is going to be worth 3 points, so it could swing the entire game. So from the chat, can we get you to name your favorite sport? Name your favorite sport. What is the best sport to watch? Please, or sport or whatever competitive event. Just let us know in the chat. Curling, number 1. That's got to be high up there. I feel like we got a curling last week for something else, and I feel like its time might have come. MMA.
When we asked for a city, they shouted out curling for some reason.
Curling. Should we just go with it? We've had curling 4 times out of, basketball and football. Badminton?
Is that how voting works? If you just say curling 3 times, it counts?
That's 4 votes?
That's how it works here.
However you sway me. It works. Again, suitcases full of cash, preferable, but hard to do while we're doing the show live. Marble Olympics. Highlight. Oh, man, highlight. Good joke answer. Feeling that.
Get curling. Curling's quite a bit.
Okay, curling. Let's do curling. We got to do curling.
Oh, God.
All right. Dick measuring contest. No, wait, curling. Okay. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. Battle piano. I don't think I've seen that one. All right, so
you haven't lived, my friend.
I need to. Curling with the Canadian flags interleaved. Well done. All right, so here we go. It is final round. This is the prompt. Each comic is going to have 2 minutes to write about it. Oop. What would make curling more entertaining to watch? Each comic is going to have their proposal for what would make curling more entertaining to watch, and they will have 2 minutes to do it, starting right now. very excited about this one. I've never curled before myself. Have you, Phil?
I did it in Las Vegas, and
classic Ice City.
Yeah, that's where you go. So I think it's where it was invented. It's way harder. It's definitely a sport, and there are people that tell you just pushing rocks, but it's really hard. I definitely pulled a groin muscle of some sort. But yeah, it's much harder than you think.
Whether or not it's hard, they are just pushing rocks. That is what's happening. They're also sweeping in front of the rocks. Those are the two big things that are happening with curling.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I should know about what it is? Not that I don't know what it is.
No, you pretty much got it right there. That's all of curling.
Yeah, sweeping. You push a rock and then you sweep, and it's got ice involved.
So we are going to have another show on Wednesday this week at 8 o'clock, as we do every week. This week we are taking poker off on Friday. By the way, if you want to follow us, please do that. If it's your first time watching, we'd appreciate it. If you're already following us, we'd love it if you would subscribe. Your votes will count for 3 times and also helps us keep doing the show.
And you get some cool emotes.
You do get some cool emotes. Finally, if you are a Prime member, you get 1 free subscription per month. So maybe it's our month. Go ahead and subscribe if your account is connected to your Amazon Prime account. And oh yeah, we got the merch. You've seen it. Nightbot, thanks for the assist there. teespring.com/stores/blabbermouth. Definitely find me on Twitter at @red_saw. Send me a picture of you sporting the merch. I want to see that for sure. Anything I'm forgetting, Phil?
No, I think that you can donate if you want to donate, and buying merch is a great way to get something and help us out too. So that I highly enjoy if you guys send us photos of that as well. You can put that in the Discord as well.
All right, so now we are going to start with the answer to what would make curling more entertaining to watch, starting with the lowest score going to the highest. So Phil, where are we starting?
Yeah, we'll start over with Marcus. We'll just go from left to right here. That'll work best. So Marcus, can you tell me what would make curling more entertaining to watch?
Oh, yeah. I think that curling would be way more entertaining to watch if instead it was just season 1 of The Watchmen. Squeeze them and tease them, folks. Just saying again, squeeze it and tease them.
All right, so we'll turn to Myles. Myles, why don't you tell me what do you think would make curling more entertaining to watch?
If you had to push that little tea kettle thing that they push, if you had to push it through a pack of horny panda bears. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Pushing it through like a crowd of them, or just literally pushing
just
it through
a whole bunch of horny panda bears right in the middle. Like, so you're pushing the tea kettle, the people are sweeping on the other side, and just panda bears just sucking off bamboo vigorously, aggressively.
Those horny ones they're dirty.
Oh,
that'd be a sight because pandas are famously unhorny. It's literally their defining problem.
Yeah, people are always trying to get them to fuck each other.
You just have a wild pack of horny of them.
Yeah.
Well done.
Something about the stones that gets them off. All right, so then we'll go and turn to Aviva. Aviva, what do you think would make curling more entertaining to watch?
So, curling. Age-old sport. So I think it would be more interesting if instead of pushing that sort of stone rock, you were pushing like a little baby. And if you don't get the baby to like the goal, then the parents of that baby lose custody of their child.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's better.
And that's how you tell jokes.
Is it there? So they have to give up their baby to start it.
They have to be willing to give up the baby, and they have to put the baby's fate in the hands of this curling athlete.
And so their only benefit and possible choice is losing their baby.
I think either way they get to cash in on what's happening, but the worst thing that can happen is, worst case scenario, they lose their baby, but they're definitely like profiting either way, which is...
Of all the endorsements, probably, for being the best baby slid.
Yeah, because if they lose the baby, they can still like profit off of what happened to them, and they're like, well, we started like a podcast about it, we lost the baby, and and they can still they can turn it around, they can put a spin on it like they do in curling. They spin.
Yeah. Chelsea, you look shocked.
I don't even want to play anymore.
Chelsea, why don't you tell me How would you make curling more entertaining to watch?
I think what would make curling more entertaining to watch is if the man with the largest dick from my previous joke used that instead of a sweet sassy molassy, am I right?
What if his dick got stuck to the ice?
Ooh.
I would be very entertained. I would watch the shit out of a curling match. Just the tip. You're good.
All right. So now, chat, you're going to help determine the winner of this game from left to right. You're going to vote 1 for Marcus, 2 for Myles, 3 for Aviva, or 4 for Chelsea. Get your votes in now. This will determine the winner of the game for sure.
Panda bears, guys. Panda bears.
Shut up. Get out of here.
If you guys vote for me, I'll feature a full page ad for you in the Who Gives a Shit Gazette. I'll do free advertising.
Man, a full page.
I will make you a cake with the largest dick on the planet and deliver it directly to your house.
I won't do anything for you. I will do literally nothing.
You want to take your shirt off? Come on, Myles.
No, that's already happened. You saw me and that model earlier. That's already happened.
Chelsea, now this cake you'll make, will it be a cake in the shape of the dick, or will it be like a normal cake shape with it like over the edge?
I think it would be a normal cake, and then the dick would just be exaggerated, like it would fall over. I'd probably put it outside of the box, like, oh no, it won't close. Yeah.
Marcus, what are you willing to do for votes here? What are you gonna get?
Dude, I'll suck a dick, dude. I'll do anything.
I'll make one out of fondant. It'll taste better.
Shit, I did vote for you. All right, let's hope this works. Come on, dick sucking.
I hope it's girthy. I'm a bit of a size queen, so.
Oh, it's close.
All right, yeah, make sure and get your votes in. We are coming down to it. 1 for Marcus, 2 for Myles, 3 for Aviva, 4 for Chelsea.
I think people are waiting for the other Myles with the I. I think they're waiting to vote on number 5 on that.
This is Myles. All right, that is it. All right, Chelsea, congratulations, 36.8%. You have won this round. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, so let's see. That means we need to get our final standings. Phil, where did we end up?
Yeah, it was a hard-fought battle all night. Everyone was really funny and did a great job. But, there's just one comic, just a powerhouse, sweeping all rounds, 1, 2, and 3. The Blabbermouth of the night, Chelsea Bearce.
Hey!
Congratulations, Chelsea.
Do I get free merch?
You get all of the merch that I have. You get 100% of it. All right, Chelsea.
Like a 1% off coupon or something.
All right, Chelsea, where can people find you and your work online?
Yes, on Instagram, you can find me at Chalknilla. You can also find me at WWTS Live. I have a game show called Who Wrote This Shit, and it's every Monday before this one. So you can watch it on Twitch and then come over to Blabbermouth. So it's perfect. I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Perfect.
Aviva, I'm very excited about all your new business ideas, your new curling baby club that you've got started. Where can people find you online?
You can follow me on Twitter at LivinLaVivaLoca. I'll stick that in the Twitch chat. And you can also come to my comedy show called Talkies every first and third Friday on Zoom and Twitch.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aviva.
Thank you.
Myles, where can people find you?
Oh, goodness. If at Myles Weber Joker on all social media, like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. So I'm doing stuff on TikTok now. That's the thing. And my website, MylesWeber.com, where you can see me and Chelsea Bearce. We released our own comedy special, or 2 for the Money comedy special. You can check that out on my website, MylesWeber.com.
And
Awesome.
if you're in the Bay Area on Thursday of this week, Thursday, we are going to be live at Sally Tomatoes doing our 2 for the Money show as well. So
yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for doing the show, Myles.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
All right, Marcus, where can people find you online?
You guys can all find me online at Squeezem and Teasem. I'm at Marcus Howweird on all the social media platforms. I have a podcast called The Midnight Snack where I talk about how white genocide is totally real. Okay.
All right. Love. You've got a follower friend looking into that. All right. So that is pretty much it. We're going to raid somebody, Phil?
Yeah, I think unless anybody has any in the chat, anybody that the small stroke I'm having. Is anybody in the chat have a somebody they want us to raid? But other than that, I think we'll head over to Max Eddy. I think he's playing some party games over there. So that's probably a good raid.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you guys so much for watching the show. Thank you once again to Chelsea Bearce, Aviva Siegel, Myles Weber, Marcus Howard. I've been Red Scott.
I'm Phil Griffiths, and don't forget, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday is comedy poker. But this week we're taking Friday off, so just tune in Monday, Wednesday this week.
Yeah. So send us love letters when you notice we're not there. All right.
All right. Thanks. Bye.